The U.S. Department of Commerce is reportedly investigating whether TSMC produced advanced chips for China's Huawei in what would be a breach of U.S. export rules. Louise is following the story for us and joins us now from the TaiwanPlus newsroom. Louise, what more can you tell us?
Well, Yvonne, this is just one outlet that's reporting this, the San Francisco-based The Information, which is viewed as a reliable industry source. Now, they cite two anonymous sources as saying the U.S. Department of Commerce is investigating whether TSMC has been making AI or smartphone chips for Huawei. Now, this is an issue because the U.S. wants to stop China from developing a cutting-edge semiconductor industry that could benefit its military, because many of these advanced chips often end up in military systems. And since 2020, the US has banned Huawei from getting its hands on chips, from buying chips made using US equipment and technology. And TSMC uses US equipment when it's making its own chips. Now, The Information reports that one possibility investigators are looking at is that Huawei bought chips indirectly from TSMC through third-party companies. So the issue is, did TSMC conduct good enough due diligence when it receives its orders? Now, these kinds of supply chains can be complicated because you're not just buying equipment or components from one company, they also buy their stuff from other companies who in turn have their own suppliers. So it can be hard to track. Now, TSMC's response today, they say TSMC is a law-abiding company and we are committed to complying with all applicable rules and regulations, including applicable export controls. We maintain a robust and comprehensive export system for monitoring and ensuring compliance. And they went on to say if there are ever any reasons to believe there may be issues, they will act promptly to ensure compliance. We've been reaching out to the US Department of Commerce to try and get confirmation on whether they are indeed investigating TSMC, but so far they've given no comment.
Louise, this is, as you say, just a reported investigation at the moment, but what would be the potential consequences be for TSMC if it was found to be selling chips to Huawei?
Well, TSMC could receive a fine from the US Department of Commerce, or they could even be restricted in accessing US technology. But let's not forget that any investigation would be politically sensitive. On the one hand, the US views Taiwan as an ally as it tries to cut China out of global supply chains. And on the other hand, TSMC is simply the most important chip maker in the world. 90% of the world's most advanced chips are made by TSMC, and its US customers include big US companies like Apple and Nvidia. And the Biden administration has given more than $6 billion to TSMC to help it produce chips in Arizona, and that's to revive the US's own chip-making industry. So while TSMC needs American technology, the US also very much needs TSMC.